Hello and welcome, everyone. My name is Bruce Kraft, and allow me to introduce you to a special live stream, something that you don't normally see, where we're going to have four founders of four different companies come together today. And on that note, let's not wait anymore and jump right into our first company. Now, let me introduce to you the next generation of video personalization, photo and gift personalization as well. Say hello to the founders, Inter and Ashtosh. Say hello, guys.
Hi guys.
Hey guys, how's everyone
Hey there.
doing?
Exciting and very interested with today's chat because we have a lot of founders with us today. On that note, let's go ahead and jump into company number two. Company number two is going to be something similar to Zapier. We're all used to marketing automation platforms. That brings us to the next generation of marketing automation, and that is the founder is Rakesh from Connexit. Say hello, Rakesh. Thank you for joining us.
Hi guys, hi guys.
Hey. All right. Company number three, we have the next generation in your future bot platform. That is Bot Baba, brought to you by the founder, Pratik. Say hello, Pratik. By the way, you're muted, sir.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Good. Thank you for joining us today. Last but not least, one of my great friends. He's going to be your marketplace host for this special launch today. Let me go ahead and bring him on. And the founder of Sastronautics. What's going on, June?
Hi guys, happy to be here.
My brother from another mother. What's going on? Yeah. Oh, you guys have no idea. We were just talking about Step Brothers before the show started. So
Oh, right.
It was a good way to get the juice flowing. That's for sure. Something also a little bit special today to commemorate this. We have already 20 viewers on Reddit, so we're actually streaming to several destinations. I think like eight Facebook groups, one YouTube channel, and Reddit. So since we're all tech based, I think it was kind of appropriate to just stream it into Reddit's Check channel. So on that being said, let's go ahead and get started, guys. Who'd like to go ahead and take it off?
Yeah,
I was
sure.
supposed to ask this question, like why we actually, why we are together. Means, what is this all about?
Exactly.
In the last live itself.
Well, let's do this, June. Since I feel like you're gonna kind of be hosting, maybe some of the support, and maybe some of the sales. Let's go into talking about how you kind of structured and put all this together to host these three beautiful products that we have going on.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as Bruce kindly introduced everybody here, we have Inder from NextWeave, we have Pratik from Bot Baba, and we have Rakesh from Connexit. Now, I mean, for us, we're just the middleman, right? But we're super excited that we all got together. And originally we had Bot Baba, and it's still live. It's a great chatbot platform. If you haven't checked it out, check it out on our site now. But tune in for this because we're also friends with a lot of founders, and we got together with, of course, Bruce, who has a huge network, and Inder, who is the founder of NextWeave, as we said before. It's a personalization, video personalization tool, and we'll go more into that. And Inder will speak more about that as well. But I knew Inder since the product was in alpha. We've been good friends since then, and I've seen it grown exponentially. And Rakesh as well, also a friend of ours. And with Connexit, as Bruce has mentioned, Zapier, or I know I think the official word, the official pronunciation is Zapier, but I prefer Zapier. So anyway, and so this Connexit is the binding glue between the two tools. And the reason why we wanted to get these two tools together, obviously the three tools together, but with NextWeave's video personalization and with Pratik's and Bot Baba's chatbot, There's just so much that we can do together. And of course, they directly integrate with each other. But with Connexit now, we have a whole world of possibilities that we can explore. For example, and again, I'll let Inder and Rakesh and Pratik explain their tools in more depth, but just a brief introduction of how we plan to use all the three tools anyway, right? We're planning to use these tools anyway, and we might as well get together and offer. And the deal is the three products being grouped together and discounted at a pretty high rate. And we wanted to use it ourselves for a whole host of reasons. But number one, we want to use it for a lot of our email marketing. And I'm going to go into that in a second, but I feel like I'm rambling on. And I want to hear from Inder, Rakesh, and Pratik to explain their tools for the audience, because there's many people out there now, because we're streaming on multiple channels, that are not familiar with these tools. So maybe we can just go in order from Inder and Ashutosh from NextWeave and go from there.
Thanks, June. So since we've got some new guys in this particular session, let me introduce you to NextWeave. So NextWeave is a media personalization suite. It's going to help you personalize images, GIFs, videos, and use it in a variety of channels. The reason why we've all got together is the primary purpose, where let's say you want to run an email campaign and you want to send a personalized image or a GIF to each of your audiences, even if they're running into, let's say, 500,000 or 1 million, you can do that with NextWeave. And you can continue the journey where after opening the email, once they see the personalized image of the GIF, they can click on it, jump into a personalized video, and you can have a full-blown hyper-personalized experience right from the beginning till the end. And not just email, you can do it for chatbots, you can do it for landing pages. You'll soon be able to do it with pop-ups as well. And with Connexit coming in, we just getting the superpowers multiplied, because now you can connect it into 300 plus applications and then use NextWeave along with that. And with Pratik coming on board, you can also have these hyper-personalized images being served inside chatbots as well. So that's a short or rather long summary of it. But as we go along, we'll see some examples so that you can also familiarize yourself with that. With that, I'm going to invite Rakesh to very quickly explain his tool as well.
Yeah. Thanks, Inder. Thanks for that. So Connexit is all about we will build a bridge between the apps. So as you know, now itself, so we will consider that personalization in NextWave, and also like communication through BotBaba. So what we Connexit does is, so we actually build a bridge between BotBaba and NextWave and a lot more other SaaS as well. So it is kind of you guys can achieve marketing automation or omni-channel marketing. So all these things can be achieved easily inside Connexit, and no need of any technical knowledge. So or like any code or development things is required. So just a drag and drop between the apps and connect between the nodes. So that's a very simplistic thing we will say in Connexit. So yeah, looking forward with personalization and also communication via WhatsApp and great communication channel with NextWave and BotBaba. So I welcome Pratik to speak about BotBaba. Yeah, Pratik, you're mute, I guess.
Yeah, you're muted.
I keep muting myself and then forgetting to unmute. Yeah. So BotBaba is a chatbot platform, and our specialty is in e-commerce. And secondary, we are focused at lead gen. So I know there are several tools, several chatbot tools in the market, but we specialize in e-commerce, and we have a certain kind of cart system inside a chatbot, yeah, which is our main USP. Plus the WhatsApp chatbots, as most of you already must be knowing. Yeah, so yes, so we plan to focus on that itself, and with Messenger coming in few months' time, I think it will be a great tool for everyone to use. Yeah, and with the integrations, yeah, I sorry, I forgot to talk about the integrations. Yes, with NextWeave coming in, the conversion rate of these e-commerce chatbots is going to like boom, because everyone loves conversion. So we have used the personalization on our demo bots, and I'm constantly getting messages that how did you do that? how did you have my name written inside that image? And with Connexit, we are getting connected to like tons of other apps as well. So that's awesome to have.
Perfect. Thank you very much, everyone, for your intro. June, thank you also for kind of like putting this together. This is something different, right? It's not often that you see three companies coming together to offer something to the masses, and that's the reason why I took it to, for the first time ever, really stream this onto Reddit. Reddit's not usually used to seeing something like this. They're used to seeing like individuals talking about, let's say, their opinions on hardware. Like, here's a AirPod Pro. Since this is tech based, I figure, you know what, this is something I feel like prestige enough. I like to do something different, bring a lot of people together. And in this case, when I heard that there was 4 founders coming together, I was like, you know what, guys, I have to host this. I have to put this specifically on my content, my channel, and that's why we're also putting this on Reddit today. So for those of you that are on Reddit, thank you very much. And to everyone here, just so you know, this is an interactive live stream. So we're interactive in 2 ways. So besides streaming everywhere, any comments that you give us, we will actually put it on screen, and it doesn't matter where you are. Like this, right there, right
Nice.
down below, right? and to all of you on Reddit, you'll be all your comments will show up over here as well. So thank you very much for joining us. Okay.
Awesome.
Today we're going to be talking specifically about these platforms. So sorry about that. I apologize. Wrong title there on Reddit. I'll go ahead and adjust that. And anyways, on that note, let's go ahead and jump on in. June, let's go ahead and take it away so people can jump right in, understanding what is it that the bundle is pertaining to, and in the process, it'll by default it'll talk about the limits of each. The limits of each platform specifically.
Absolutely. Can you guys see my screen? Let me see if I said
Yes.
it right.
Let me pull it up
All
right
right.
now. There you go.
All right, awesome. So I just realized, so for the people that are listening in that have never heard of us or the platform that this is taking place on, the deal is taking place on, we are Sastronautics. So I'm part of the Sastronautics team. And we are a marketplace where we secure exclusive deals on a lot of these new SaaS startups, as well as a little bit more well-developed platforms as well. And so on our site, the deal is now live. It's gone live, I think, 10 minutes ago. Sastronautics.com. I know the name's a little bit long, so that's SaaS, SAASTRONAUTICS.com. And the slug for the deal, you can also find it on the deal page in the main navigation menu under deals, but .com/NextConBot. So next for NextWeave, con for Connexit, and bot for Bot Baba. Now, I'm not going to read through all of this, but if you are interested to know, we have a brief introduction to each tool, and we have links back to their homepages as well, so you can dive deep if you need to. And before I go into the pricing section, because I know these are 3 tools, and so you need to read through 3 websites or find the information on 3 of these. Just want to mention that we are building out use case videos. Some are already built out, so they will be coming out really soon. And also, as I mentioned earlier in the webinar, that on the webinar, that we at Sastronautics want to use all 3. Even this was started, I think, a month ago when we were planning out our email marketing campaign. And again, we're only 4 months old, so there's a lot of work to be done. And we were building out a case study video and a how-to or a walkthrough video on how we're going to use all 3 of these for our email marketing. And of course, the case study is going to take some time. So that would be coming out probably in at least 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, so that we have enough data to present to you guys how personalized videos based on actions of our users with the emails being sent out, as well as the Bot Baba chatbot at the bottom of the screen or the bottom right side of the screen to portray a lot more information and support automatically. So I'm going to scroll down to the plans into the pricing section because each plan or each code. So we're selling based on code. Sorry guys, I'm a little tired. And so we have it stacked up. You can stack it up to 10 codes for more features or more limits. And so I'm going to talk about the single code first. So each code you purchase for this grouped deal, the Nexcom bot deal, will give you access to lifetime access for Bot Baba next week, and a yearly access to Connexit. And so if you look through the single code, it's priced at $115. Now you'll notice that Bot Baba is also on our site for a lifetime deal. You'll also find out that NextWeave is also having their own lifetime deal, and Connexit is also having their own annual deal. And if you go in and well, I'll calculate the prices for you here, but if you go in and calculate, you'll find out if you buy all three separately, of course, it's going to be more expensive than $115. So this is all discounted as a group deal. And so with the single code priced at $115 with Bot Baba, you're getting access to one chatbot. And with 10 codes, I'm just going to pull this up. To 10 codes, you get lifetime access to 200 bots. Now, there's obviously a lot more features, and people need a lot more information than how many bots, but we'll go into that really quick. But if you're already on the site, just scroll up, and you'll find the pricing or the features and limits table for each deal. And again, all three of these are coming in with one purchase of a single code or 10 codes. Each code will give you access to all three. And then you also with Connexit, it's the glue that binds all of these tools together, and many, many more tools. So if you want to find out what integrations that Connexit has, you can go check out the site. And when you do go check out the site, just remember that there's more and more coming. And maybe we can talk to Rakesh about that in a quick second. And then, of course, last but not least, we have NextWeave, and you're getting 1,000 credits per month. What that also means, maybe I'll I'll bring up Inder to explain about that a little bit more. Now, with the 10 codes, I'm going to skip 2 to 9, but with a max stack of codes, with 10 codes, it's priced at $1,150, and with Bot Baba, you're getting 200 chatbots. Connexit, you're getting 40,000 tasks or operations monthly, and with NextWeave, you're getting 50,000 credits per month. So that's a quick brief, and again, we can go through all of these tables. But I do want to let Inder and all of our friends here talk as well, because I don't know, I'm going to keep rambling. So I'm going to pass it over. Should I keep my screen short? Yeah.
I was going to say yeah, but if we could zoom in on it 2 or 3 times, since the font was really small, I was trying to flag it down. It was kind of hard for people to see that. So, yeah, let's keep your screen share up so we can go through that. Because in the process, it allows us the opportunity to talk about all of the other platforms at the same time. Let's just zoom in on it if that's okay.
Yeah, is this a little bit better? I just zoomed in by browser.
The font is really tiny, and it could be just the resolution of your screen.
Ooh. Let's see. Give me a quick second. Sure. I've asked my team to allow us to click on the image and open it up. I just want to see if that's been loaded up.
Cool. And in the process, George Marcel is asking, can we do split payments?
Yeah, for this deal, we're going to make a decision really soon. We've had some feedback for our other deals, but officially on our website at Sastronautics, in our system for the payment gateways and the way checkout processing is done, we don't have a split payment system yet. It is being worked on, but for this deal, or if you're trying to buy it today, we're going to have to talk briefly with everyone, all the founders, and come to an agreement. Most likely, we probably will, but I don't hold me for it yet. And if we do make an announcement, all of our groups, so each company that is on this call has their own Facebook group as well. And I guess somebody can share that really quick. And these groups will be the first to know. And when split payments do come in, everyone will know about that. But just quick second, is the screen still bad? I mean, the quality of the text?
It's fine on ours, but when people are viewing it on a phone, the text is so small and tiny to read. It's kind of hard to make that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to give a hard refresh, see if that's been loaded up.
Sure thing.
All right, those are opening up. But the tables are not yet. So we might have to make do with this
Sure, absolutely.
But halfway through the call, we might be able to. I mean, it might have been loaded up. I'll get a message from my team as soon as it does. So I'm very sorry about that. And the support chat is huge. Again, we do have a support chat. So if you do have any questions, you're welcome to open it up. It's a live chat. And if not, you can always email us at support@sastronautics.com. But
Actually,
okay, well, yeah.
Save that photo, and then we'll just share that photo specifically. Or if you want to save that in a separate tab, something like that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And let's do this real quick. So we had some questions. I'll give you a few seconds there. I have a BotStar full stack, which is, by the way, sold on AppSumo. And just FYI to some people who are looking over at Reddit chat, this is not a JVZoo launch, so just keep that in mind. This is done with an independent marketplace, and each company is also doing their own independent launch as well. But just FYI, this is not a JVZoo launch, so Honda Slater, just FYI. I have a BotStar full stack. Do I need Baba? Just want to know one major difference between the two platforms, which is a good question to ask, right? You know, if people are going to invest on a bot platform, they want to know it's not going to overlap with each other, or what are the feature benefits of Baba versus BotStar?
Yeah, so I would take that. One major difference is our e-commerce module. Our native e-commerce module is not based on carousels. I think I will have to show them a demo to make sense of it. If you allow me, I can share my screen and showcase a demo.
Sure, please go ahead. All right, bringing up your screen now. There we go.
Let me know. Is the screen visible now?
Yep, it is.
Okay, yeah. So this is a chatbot. It's asking for delivery. It's a chatbot for a cafe. Let's select home delivery. Yeah, click on the basket button below to view the items, and we have the shopping cart loaded right here in the
Is
bot
that
itself.
done inside your own preview?
In a format which we
Is that done specifically
Yes,
inside a preview? Oh, that's pretty. I didn't even know you guys had that. Thank you.
Yeah, so we have two modes, grid view and list view. So this is also useful for like fashion industries where people want to see images, and we support multiple images as well now. Images, videos can be put here. Users just need to select some items and check out, and bot will take over rest of the thing. So we have a simple receipt here showing the amount and tax percentage, confirm order. Yeah, and this is another great feature of BotBaba is if a user enters their name once on any of our chatbots in their browser, the browser will store the name in cookies and it will suggest it like this. So the users don't need to enter it again and again when they revisit the chatbot to order something. Similar thing happens when it asks for mobile and for address and email as well. So you just click it and it will be auto-filled and submit. And select your payment method. This is a demo bot, so payment gateway is not yet integrated, but yes, they will be taken straight to payment gateway if we enable it from the backend. And we support like 6 payment gateways right now, and we are open to adding as many payment gateways as our users demand for any region. So
Mr.
far,
Pratik, is it possible if we can also zoom in on your screen as well? For the people that are on Reddit or on their phones on Facebook, it's kind of hard to read your screen. If we can increase the resolution on that. Perfect. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about your
that's
platform
the demo,
of choice.
and
Is this specifically web-based, or is this integrated with another social network? Let's say Facebook, because you know that's something that people who aren't familiar with BotBob are going to ask.
Sorry, can you repeat your question? You got cut out.
What social network are you integrated with or connected to, or is this an independent bot solution, let's say that's hosted on a website that isn't connected to, say, Facebook Messenger, that's not necessarily connected to WhatsApp? What is the primary social network or messaging network of choice that Bot Baba integrates with and connects to, if it does at all? It could be a standalone, like some companies.
Yeah, it is a standalone thing. Every chatbot of ours has a link, so it works like a mini website. So you can share it, you can run ads to it. It will also work like a landing page e-com bot. You can run ads straight to the bot. You can put it in your Insta bio link. You can put it on your Facebook website link. So yeah, that's how it's usable.
Okay, perfect.
And it can also be integrated. It is so we have native integration with WhatsApp as well.
Okay, that's good to know. So to answer the question that came up regarding, let's see, so this Facebook user. So technically, the difference between, let's say, BotStar and BotBaba is BotBaba works specifically with WhatsApp independently, yes, but it does work with WhatsApp for your e-commerce transactions, and that's for both that individual and anyone else on Reddit who'd like to know as well. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, continue, please. Was there anything else? Pratik?
I can showcase the new UI which we released I think a day or two back. I will share again.
Sure, go ahead. And Jorge, thank you for joining us, sir. He says, are all bots one-time bots? If I create one bot and then I don't need it, what happens? Can I erase it, make a new one, and still have my other 199 bots?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. You can do that again.
Perfect. Awesome. And Parker, thank you very much. That's referring to this specific launch thread. Let me go ahead and June, can you give me that in a private chat, and I'll put that up for people inside Reddit as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a quick second.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Do you have, and this is particular for you, do you have a Paytm integration for Indian customers? Can we bring this e-commerce feature on WhatsApp Business as well? Or does it only work on the Facebook page app? So I guess that answers that question. I guess, by the way, you could get it to work on a Facebook page, but you use the redirect URL option because there's not a native integration with Facebook, so that'll answer your Facebook question. But that does bring up an interesting premise. Does the e-commerce feature work when you say it through the WhatsApp integration? Is that through WhatsApp Personal or WhatsApp Business?
So it works through the WhatsApp Business API. Neither of the mobile apps which WhatsApp has, it will work through the WhatsApp Business API. And yes, we have Paytm integration as well. We support Paytm.
Perfect. There you go.
Yeah, I guess that will be.
Yep. And then Pratik, go ahead and share your screen whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, fancy. Look at that. Look at that.
I guess this wasn't there in the last live we did.
Absolutely.
Many thanks to the June and Shashanauts team for coming up with this UI. They drew it up.
Wait, June, you did this UI mockup?
I didn't do it myself, but yes, we did set it up for him, and we've been doing that for actually most of our partners. Because a lot of times, like I said earlier, Sessionautics, we secure exclusive deals, most of the time lifetime deals with SaaS startups, and anyone else out there that's working at a SaaS or on a product. Of course, you focus on development first, the functions first, before the prettiness, the beauty of it. And so we try to lend a helping hand because we know the founders, bootstrapped startups do not have time to handle all of this. So we also do the social media and various other aspects of the marketing campaigns that startups don't have the time for.
So for founders who are looking to launch their product, that's probably not a bad way to go. You know, if you're looking for the social media promotions campaigns, which I believe is kind of like, you know, standard for marketplaces that are launching a product. So obviously, the marketplace wants to promote the product, so they create social media campaigns behind it. But taking it a step further and helping them with like a UI refresh, you know, to help it sell better, obviously makes sense. So to anyone out there who's thinking of launching a product on Facebook, on YouTube, on Reddit, FYI, if you're looking for a team that can also help you out working on the UI display of your SaaS dashboard, Sastronautics is not a bad way to do it. Actually, June, let's do this too. I'm going to add that next to your name. I'm going to add
Thank
that
you.
next to your name. You got it.
Thank you for the kind words.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Bruce, I'm going to send over in a private message the link that Parker had shared.
Sure.
That shows, what is this? Oh, it's okay. So that link that Parker had shared is a comparison. So anyone that's curious or is a fan or has BotStar and they want to know the differences between BotBaba and BotStar, it is a comparison chart. And then what I'll do is the last live where we introduced, because we went a little bit more in detail, I believe, in the last live webinar that we had for each of the tools. So I'll link that out too.
Look at that. Marion says lit UI. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. George says that's absolutely fancy. He's loving it.
Yeah.
Nice online event. What platform is used? Mr. John Doe, please ping me after the stream and I'll go into detail for you. Parker says, thanks, we'll check. Or Vikesh says, Parker, we'll check. So let's jump on a few other questions here. ConnectZit, does that have 40K monthly lifetime? And Rakesh, that's for you. Rakesh, do you see that question up on screen? Does ConnectZit have 40K? I'm assuming it's 40K monthly automations. Is that for life? Rakesh, can you hear me?
Yeah, Jim, I can hear you. So yeah,
That's a question
for
for you,
this
sir.
question, okay, so ConnectZit 40K monthly is lifetime. Yes, the pricing is grandfathered for life. The pricing will not gonna change, so it's a $24 per year, and 4,000 task or operations per month. And if you are buying 10 codes, it will be multiplied by 10. Yes, 40,000 task or operations per month, and it will not gonna be changed. It's grandfathered for life for the pricing, and it's a yearly renewal basically.
Perfect. And just to help answer everyone's questions, that's referring to marketing automation, similar to like Zapier's apps. That's what we're referring to when Jorge is asking for 40K lifetime. That's referring to like automation triggers, correct? Rakesh, is that correct? 40K
Yes.
automation triggers?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
cool. Just making sure. All right. Moving on to the next one. Kumar says, and this is going to be a bot Baba question, Pratik. So, what's the difference between Facebook Messenger Ecom using Silverbots and Bot Baba? Silverbits is doing the same thing, I guess. Well, first off, Bot Baba does not directly integrate with Facebook Messenger yet. The primary focus is going to be WhatsApp Business and its own standalone solution. So that right there is going to be your biggest difference. Where I know Silverbots specifically, highlights their deep Facebook integration. So that would be number one. Number two, probably the extra enhancement that you get from the WhatsApp platform, because you'll have your contacts. I think that's going to be like a significant integration where you really don't have anything like that on the Facebook side. So just FYI. Okay, Carlos says, where is the link? All right, guys, let's go ahead and put up the link. If you're on your phones, go ahead and take a screenshot of that. Just your two buttons. Doesn't matter if you're Android or iOS. Take a screenshot. That's going to be the URL down below, right there. Alrighty, and for the guys over on Reddit, I've put that into the description of the show right below the video. Okay, moving on down to the next one. Oh, Carlos is tagging another potential user. Juan is our hero. Carlos is going crazy. I want the bundle. Hey, Carlos, once you buy the bundle, we want to we want you to record doing a drum solo for us. Just FYI, we want to see how happy you are regarding that. Sid, thank you very much for joining us. And there's the URL on screen again. And the Facebook user, Mr. John Doe, can I only purchase the ConnectZit lifetime? That's actually not offered, and I don't think that's ever been offered. ConnectZit does not have a lifetime sale. They have one, well, currently right now. That's it's an annual sale through currently through Sastronautics. So thank you very much to both June and Rakesh. What is the difference between Bot Baba and Tars? That's a good question. Tars is a very established bot platform. So, to everyone on Facebook and Reddit, Tars has been out for maybe 4 years now, 5 years? And they've been around for a little bit. So that is a good question. Obviously, Tars is going to be more, how do I say, a little bit better established, maybe probably stable-wise. But besides stability, Mr. Pratik, what is also another difference you think is going to be between Bot Baba and Tars?
I think he's on mute.
Yes,
Pratik, I think you're on mute.
Yeah. So, the major difference. Yes. The major difference is again e-commerce. I have explored Tars myself when we started building Bot Baba 3 years back. I did explore them a bit, and we did take some inspiration from them as well. I would not deny that. But yes, they are in general a lead generation landing page chatbot platform, and we are more focused at e-commerce again. And our WhatsApp integration is done via Gupshup. I think they are doing Twilio right now, and you can broadcast a lot of WhatsApp messages using our platform, whereas it's not there yet on Tars. So yeah, these are some small points of difference between us and Tars right now.
Excellent. Thank you very much. That answers that question. Carlos says, I'll do it. Oh, yeah. Carlos, if you do that for us, I will actually share that video in our next live stream. So I hope you do record you doing a drum solo after you purchase your bundle. We want to see you go crazy on that. Thank you very much. We like to have fun here, guys, obviously. The 10 of you on Reddit and the 30 of you on today's stream. Appreciate that. Vikesh, Bruce, are you live on Reddit? Yes, I am, sir.
That's a whole nother talk right there.
Right. Holding GME or not? I'm not sure what the acronym GME is. Do you guys know what GME is?
GameStop.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't want to even deal with that. And just so a lot of you guys know, or maybe you don't know, Google actually backs Robinhood. So there's a reason why Google wanted to protect Robinhood and all the negative reviews. So FYI, Google Ventures is a major investor and shareholder in Robinhood. So, obviously Google has an incentive to protect, Robinhood because it's a major interest of theirs. So just FYI. Carlos says, I keep getting a page not found at sesquanix.com/nextconbot.
Let me do a quick check.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll do it right here myself, too. Thank you very much, Carlos, for bringing that up.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes, it does say page not found.
Yeah, I see page not found.
Well, sorry, guys. We crashed the site. We crashed the page. Apologies. Too much traffic.
Yeah, I apologize about that. I think it's working on desktop. I'm talking with my team now, and we'll get it up on mobile as soon as possible. Probably before the end of the call. So I'll just I'll chime in once it's open.
Totally appreciate that. I'm actually on desktop, but I'm not getting on it right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, Kumar. So Pratik, what you'd recommend to me who's just starting on his fashion e-com store considering Indian customers? How many bots should I go for? But I'd like to make it international, right? I'd like to make it so it's for both, international and obviously for him local in India. But I'd like to say, that question should apply to, doesn't matter if you're in Europe, South America, North America. What do you consider is like a good starting point for people who own e-commerce brands or platforms? How would you recommend what quantity of bots should they purchase? That's a question for you, Mr. Pratik.
Yeah, so I guess one bot should be enough for them to go and build their e-com store and integrate with a full-fledged like Shopify. If they have a Shopify or WooCommerce as well,
Sure.
Still they can have a bot store to supplement it, to complement it.
Right.
And you can add on more bots for support. For shipping inquiries, you can add as many bots as you want. But I don't think you will need more than 3 bots for an e-commerce store, single e-commerce store.
Okay, that's a good good answer. let's say people wanted to have like some branding that they wanted to apply. Do they have to buy a certain package in order to have some certain branding features?
So yes, so we support backgrounds. They can have their own backgrounds. They can have their own logos on their bot. We don't
Sure.
limit that. But to remove our branding, they will need to get, I think, 4 codes. That's where branding removal is at.
Got it. Okay. So how does that pertain to this bundle? Do they have to buy bundle number 3? Which one do you recommend so that way they have full branding options?
Yeah, I think it's at 4 codes itself in this deal as well.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. So, for those of you who like to have like your own branding on bots or customizable branding, you would buy 4 for the 4 license bundle that comes up on the Sastronauts page in just a second. Marion says, "What are the advantages of Connexit versus Zapier?" I'm going to answer the first part of that. How hopefully you have an integration with Wix and WordPress. Okay, so Rakesh knows this, and Indra's heard this several times, and so has Ashtosh. Ashtosh, you've been so quiet, buddy. Knock, 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 knock. It's like the Brady Bunch, right? Knock, knock. Anyways, okay, so lately there's been Zapier was the only player in town for like the longest time. You had a few other corporate players, but they never really caught on, or enterprise players, and they never really caught on mainstream wise in the industry. So I guess the second consumer-based product we had was Integromat, and then you've had 3 of them that have launched in the last 12 months. You've had Integrately, Pably, and you've had Connexit. I have to tell you that, and I've said this several times, I don't like playing with them, but the only one that I will play with is Connexit, only for the fact that the UI to me is so easy, refreshing, and very intuitive to play with, especially when like you're working on the first stage. Well, probably the best way to describe it. Can we go through a quick automation setup, Rakesh, real quick, so I can go into detail explaining that, if you don't mind?
Yeah.
Sure.
So
And then
I'll just
I'll
show you.
bring up your screen in just a sec. So when you're creating, let's say, the first stage of your automation sequence, and let's say you have 3 different fields, right? You may have a name, an email address, and let's say a telephone number. You can have the name go to, let's say, one workflow. And then you can have the telephone number, say, go to a second workflow trigger, and let's say that email address go to a third one. But it was all started from the first source endpoint. So what I mean by that is you can have it as simple or as complex as you want. Whereas everything that's Zapier based is a lot of times it's just like it's just
So
a very linear
is that the
workflow.
screen visible? Dude?
Yeah, I see it on screen, and let me give you an example of what I mean. Go ahead, Rakesh. Go ahead and share it. Thank you very much. Perfect.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Bruce. Thanks for letting that know.
Sure.
Yes, we do have a very intuitive UI, so where user can just drag and drop between the apps and select their accounts basically. So I'll just say, so this is what Bruce was mentioning about. So when you select your trigger, so this is the name, everything. It's been popped up. So you will not see anywhere in this kind of a setup in any of our alternative. So this is what we had gone for a deeper level integration, and this then you just need to connect between the nodes.
Take a look at this, guys. This is going to be smooth. You have 6 endpoints right there under Calendly, right? Each little circle represent a specific endpoint trigger that can move the workflow onto, let's say, another app. In this case, it's going from Calendly to Google Sheets. So you'll see here in just a sec how he'll connect from one step to a second step. You can have it 1, 2, 3 different endpoints that connect to that. But if you have a second alternative app below, you don't have to use Google Sheets as your only second step application. You can have a different second step application depending on the endpoints that you want to connect together. Take a look at that. There you go. 1, 2, and 3. Now, how much simpler is that doing a drag and drop connecting data endpoints as opposed to literally either typing it out or going through a drop-down
So
list
that,
with Zapier for every single trigger, which can be kind of a pain. Look at how neat and quick that was.
yeah, so that's it. Means you just need to drag and drop between the apps and connect between the nodes. So this is what is like we will be different from other alternatives, we can say. So just you connect between the nodes and you don't need any technical knowledge for this, basically. And this is what keep us simplicity is one thing we are actually looking at. So that is the kind of things we are achieving. And yes, of course, we do have Wix and WordPress as our webbook apps, so you can able to connect it.
And so, guys, like you said, like the value proposition that they're going for compared to other platforms is ease of use. For that reason, that's the only one that I really have bothered to play with because of how simple. And you guys saw he just connected up 4 endpoints like that between Calendly and Google Sheet. I've never seen a UI that's just so quick and so smooth that normally you'd have to choose 4 different drop down menus out of 6, scroll and choose the proper trigger, and then for every drop down menu, then you have to select that application. Well, if you have the two applications side by side, it's really easy just to drag and drop a line connecting the endpoints. It's just so helpful. I'm sorry, I don't mean to jump on the hype train about it, but it's to me it's just kind of a no-brainer, just simply because it saves you time and it's nice to look at and it's really fast. I mean, obviously you could tell that the screen there's no lag, anything at all on the screen. So I'm impressed. I have been impressed and I continue to remain impressed. So props to you, Rakesh, for you and the team for your platform, by the way.
Yeah, thank you, Bruce. Thanks for it.
Question coming up. Okay, so to answer the second part, hopefully you have an integration with Wix and WordPress.
Yes,
Is that
yes.
something
We
that's
do
found?
have Wix and WordPress integrated inside Connexit.
Perfect, perfect. Question: I know this is going to come up, and I've asked this a lot. What about teams? People who are asking that because they work with multiple individuals. How is that figured into the sale, if at all? Or is that coming, or is that going to be grandfathered in a lot of these licenses that people have been purchasing? How is that going to work out with multiple users?
Sorry, team plan, right? So no, means at this moment we only have an individual plan. So this account will be for an individual plan basically. So we don't have a team plan yet.
Got it. Perfect.
Probably
Thank
will
you.
be launching. Yeah.
Now, would you consider that a completely separate plan, or will people that currently have the existing plans be able to say upgrade to that, like add more users?
No. This is exactly the individual account. So there's no team plan included in this.
I understand that, but let's say people want to go to a team plan in the future. Do they have to buy something? Do they have to buy a different plan, or will they be able to do add-ons to get more teammates onto their existing plan?
Yeah, just an add-on. That's it. You just need to upgrade with an add-on. That's it.
Perfect, perfect. So it's not like they have to wait. They can actually purchase this bundle now and get more users in the future. That's what I'm saying.
True.
Oh, perfect, perfect. Thank you very much for clearing that up. So, Mr. John Doe, by the way, if you'd like us to, please go to streamyard.com/Facebook so that way we can see your name there. So, Mr. John Doe asks, ConnectZit and Pablo Connect, what are their differences? Do they have more apps? Also, Pablo Connect has a lifetime deal. Can you tell me more? Now, let me be specific. Pablo Connect has had 5 lifetime deals. They had a campaign, then they stopped. They had a campaign, and then they stopped. Actually, I think they went up to 6. So that's something to keep in mind. They've had 6 different campaigns. The guys have made extremely nice guys. Have made a crap ton of cash on it, but of course that's bound to happen when you're having 6 campaigns. Separated by a few weeks or a few months, one right after another after another. That was pretty much all what they did in 2020. Also, can you tell me more? My needs are Google Sheet and Facebook leads and WooCommerce. Is
Yes,
Rakesh, is that
yes,
something that they can find, or can they
yes.
search
We
up
do.
for their platforms that they need?
Yes. We do have an triggers. That is an instant trigger from Google Sheet. So I had seen a couple of alternative where they had some delays, and it takes the trigger was not exactly mapping with the Google Sheet, but we had followed with an app script so that you can able to do an instant script. So you can go ahead and try a Google Sheet inside Connect Sheet. So you will find a difference definitely.
Perfect.
So
Thank
we
you
are
very
not
much.
using the same methods as other alternative does.
Good to know. That's something I had no idea. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
So thank you.
Okay, Vikesh, founder of TechSale, thank you for joining us. Vikesh says, send a personalized thank you for a booking meeting email with Connexit, Calendly, and NextWeave. Yes, that is a perfect example of a workflow scenario. Also, a redirect a user to a thank you page, totally personalized using NextWeave. Absolutely, that's kind of what the purpose of Connexit is when you connect it up to NextWeave, right? The idea is to give a much more personalized experience. Inder, do we have an example of what Vikesh is discussing or talking about that we can go through a personalized experience?
So in fact, I've just sent a link to you in private chat. You can
Sure.
share with the group over here. So go ahead and book a meeting. Try and use your business email ID, and you will get a personalized email in your inbox.
Perfect. We'll try that out there,
Great,
and I'll
great.
put that out for people to
That's
chat with.
so quick and fast.
There you go. I've added that to all of our destinations. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go, guys. Go ahead and play with that. If you are in Facebook, I will go ahead and give that to you in Reddit as well. Wow. So let's give the team props for jumping on it real quick. I did not plan on having this many people join on the live stream at once. It actually crashed the website. So that's the power of Reddit. So let's say now you're equivalent to Wall Street, and now you're equivalent to Robinhood app. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm very, very, very sorry about this. We have redundancies and things in place, but I have a bunch of panic messages right now on my mobile. So the site is down. So the site is astronauts.com/nextcombot. You'll see it. Bruce has had it on the screen. It's on some of our groups. I don't know if it's going to be broadcast out to Reddit, but we will get that fixed hopefully before the end of this call. But our team is awake and they're working on it right now.
Hope
you
we had
go.
a discussion on this.
Yeah, and also okay, so but I did luckily I have the screenshots. The quality of the screenshots aren't perfect, but it is eligible, I believe, because I can zoom in on mobile for people viewing on mobile. But once the site is back up, you'll be able to click it and zoom in on it even if you're on mobile. But yeah, we're working on that right now, so again, apologies for the inconvenience.
Nope. It totally happens when you have a massive influx of people. It happens, right? So no one's gonna get mad or create a riot or anything. It happens. But hey,
It's our first time though. So.
Well, this is also our first time streaming on Reddit. So guys,
Yeah.
thank you very much for all the attention and all the traffic that you deemed worthy to take a look and to see what is this crazy thing going on. This is different, right? It's not often that you're going to have companies coming in together that are 3 bundles in one. Um, that's probably the best way to describe it. Especially for the people on Reddit, they're normally used to seeing hardware, and for the people on Facebook, you're normally used to seeing a live stream pertaining to one product. I myself had the benefit and the pleasure of doing 3 or 4 campaigns last year where it was 2 products together, right? And I did that with Ender. This is different. This is different. This is 3 products hosted by a 4th founder, which is a marketplace, June, in the blue cap. That's something that you don't normally see, where you have 4 companies coming together to introduce kind of like a super product, a super bundle, something that obviously works with everyone built in together, where they could totally scratch each other's back in terms of functionality, in terms of workflow, and at the same time, it's something that if I'm going to use it, you're going to use it. It just makes sense. It's like, okay, well, might as well get the bundle so we can get the full benefits of the experience at the same time. Moving in, Kumar says, I'm going to make my ecom store on GrooveCart. What can I achieve by this deal? Are you referring to your GrooveCart deal, or are you referring to how would our bundle help benefit you? Mr. Partik, is it possible that if you have a WhatsApp business account, that does WhatsApp provide like an embeddable chat on websites for those who have never used a WhatsApp business chat before? Is that possible that they could host that on, with like a JavaScript embed? They could put it on a website where they could have a little WhatsApp bot chat on the bottom?
Yeah, so definitely they can do that. I have one better use case
Sure.
for group card. I would like to. I would have to ask Rakesh if group card is there on Connexit or not.
Yeah, it is been connected via webhooks, so we can do that.
Okay, so we can take events from group card to Connexit and shoot your customers WhatsApp messages on purchase of order, on abandoned cart, on shipping, those kinds of things. And you can also like upsell it using WhatsApp messages. There is some strategy with which you can achieve that. And yes, using NextView in those WhatsApp messages will get you some level of personalization as well. So that's a good use case right there.
Yeah, basically you
Absolutely.
can nurture the leads using your personalized messages using NextWeek, and also notify using BotBaba. So that is a use case you can achieve with all the use case. I mean, the different types of abundant cart and the sales. So all those things you can need, and also you can do an upsell as well.
So,
Perfect.
Pratik, do we want to show everyone the example that we had prepared last time around?
Yeah, sure. Does anyone have the link? If I open my WhatsApp, my screen is going to hang.
Let me see if I can find that.
Sure.
I can
And the
WhatsApp you. I can send you the link if you can open it.
Perfect. Well, you're bringing that up. Let me go ahead and move on to the next question here too. GrooveCart does not have webhooks. How can we be integrated with that? I think GrooveCart does have the ability for their pages to include JavaScripts and embeds, so that would be ideal to include a WhatsApp business chatbot widget. So there you go.
So we will
Um,
check with that integration for possibly inside Connect.
please, please. Yep. Guys, I actually have here the WhatsApp e-commerce bot if you'd like to test that out. So we'll go ahead and put that up here on the screen. Actually, first we'll put it up in comments. There you go. Perfect. So if you're on your phone, go ahead and click on it. Or you can take a look at the comments and click on that. And if you're on Reddit, let me go ahead and put that in the comments there for you. By the way, the personalized experience is brought to you by a company called NextWeave. So what that means is you could go through a chatbot, and once you enter your name and your email address, for example, you can be sent emails. You could be sent landing pages that say your name, and sometimes it'll even pull. Let's say if you work for HP, it'll pull the logo of Hewlett Packard and actually put it on a landing page video for you. So that's the benefit of NextWeave. Carlos Pierre says, "What is the Reddit page?" Sure, let me give you the link.
Oh
Give me
yeah,
just
I
one
want to check
sec.
it too.
Absolutely. There you go, guys. Dropping it right there. If you want to take a look at the Reddit URL, Short
Oh, by the
Circuit
way,
is. Yep.
sorry to cut in. So we got the site back up. Everything's fixed, and yeah, so go check it out. Sessionautics.com, NextComBot. Really sorry about that, but thank you guys for all the traffic. So yeah, sorry to chime in.
No, perfect, perfect.
Mhm.
What a worthy chime, right? Um,
Yes.
yeah. There we go. Next question we have. Are NextWeave and Connexit available on the BotBaba supersize deal? Actually, good question. So BotBaba is running currently its own super mega large size deal. That's completely separate from the bundle, just FYI. But that does bring up a good question. If people are a supersize BotBaba consumer or purchaser, are they going to be able to get access, predict to NextWeave and the Connexit bundle in some way?
No, I don't think so. Both the deals are completely separate.
Got it. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, did I understand the question correctly? Oh, sorry. I think we got to the next one. But our next Weave and
Yep.
Connexit available on the Bot Baba. Oh, okay. Yeah. So no, it is not. So the Bot Baba Supersize deal is specifically for Bot Baba. Originally, we weren't going to do it, or but we just had a lot of feedback, and also with that Supersize deal, because we didn't want to do it originally because we want to do plans that are really sustainable. So anyway, Pratik went in and really calculated the numbers, crunched the numbers, and came out with a deal that had a bigger, higher limits. And so yeah, and that one only has a limited amount of codes available. So it was set at 25. I don't know what the number is right now for all three of the plans. I think around between 10 and 20, but depending on which plan we're looking at. So I just want to chime in there.
Absolutely. Nope, totally makes sense. Okay, moving on to the next
Just,
one. Vic.
just in
Go
case
ahead.
there are people who are interested in buying larger ones, the deal which is on the combo is still the 10 code stack. With our next week deal, you can go up to 25 codes. So if you're interested, you can check out our deal page as well.
Yeah, that's also something that we can do. So because there's a lot of people coming in that don't know NextWeave, that don't know Baba, that don't know Connexit, and the bundle deal is actually all three of them. But I just wanted to mention that anyone watching in, if let's just say, for example, you were interested in product A but not product B, each one is having their own deal running right now separately outside, except for Baba, which is also on Sastronautics. Connexit and NextWeave are doing deals outside of Sastronautics. So maybe Bruce, you can put that up so people can check out Connexit's annual deal right now, and also NextWeave's self-hosted deal that goes all the way up to 25 codes, not just 10.
Sure, guys, go ahead and give me the links real quick, and then I'll put that up for everyone for the stream and on Reddit as well. Appreciate that. Thank you. I see them coming in now. Ender, can you give me the long form, Ender, if you don't mind? Thank you. Moving on down to the next question. Vikesh says, guys, all tools look great. Make sure to write 3 or 4 different use cases on your blogs using these tools and have backlinks. Totally makes sense. We should probably also include that on the Sastronautic page as well. But the important thing is, guys, we want to hear from you. How are you specifically using this bundle? And you could even introduce, let's say, this case, it would be like a fourth party tool, right? Obviously, the three tools are going to be used here. But if you have a fourth party tool that you want to bring in to your use case workflow, please let us know so that way we can highlight it and show other interested consumers, how are you using it, because they probably could benefit from that as well.
Yeah, Vikesh, for that to add on, we already made a couple of use case videos, including Bot Baba and NextWave and Connexit. So you guys can go ahead and check with that as well.
So in fact, over the next couple of weeks, you'll keep seeing more and more examples coming up in terms of how it can be used in various scenarios. So the calendar booking one was one of them, which came in as a request last time around. And I'm sure Rakesh is also cooking up some examples to show you guys.
Also,
I was just thinking whether we can do the calendar booking inside Bot Baba. So I was thinking that.
Yeah, that would be a nice way to tie all of them in. And for us as well, we'll be doing some walkthroughs, and then again, in maybe 2 to 4 weeks or 3 to 4 weeks, a case study on how we're going to use it. For us, because kind of like we are kind of like an e-commerce store. When, for example, let me think. When a user puts a deal, like they put the bundle deal in their cart, but they don't purchase. So then we'll have a trigger for that cart abandonment. We'll shoot out an email to them. We'll have a personalized video from NextWeave with, let's say, we haven't confirmed everything yet, but maybe we'll have a personalized coupon code, and also the Baba chatbot in the bottom that will answer a lot of the questions that would come up, or we can also showcase like Pratik's example earlier with the restaurant. We can show the current deals, the other deals that are also available, and see what the metrics might look like with this setup. And for us, I do believe it's going to be a lot better than what we have right now, especially because personalization is very, very powerful. So I just want to say that.
There you go, guys.
In fact, I think maybe from the next live onwards, we can have some show and tell as well. We'll probably compile some examples. So if you guys want to see some examples from us, go ahead and share those use cases with us. Tell us what you want to integrate and show you guys, and then we'll get that ready and have that posted in each of these groups as well.
Yeah, that will be great.
Guys, a lot of you who've seen the comments that I started to drop, so you will see here the NextWeave stream. Sorry, the NextWeave link. We've started to drop those in. The individual links. So there's NextWeave's solo link. Here you have the Bot Baba solo link, and then we have it for Connexit solo link. So they're all there in the comments. both for Facebook and Reddit users as well. Appreciate that. All right, moving on down to the next one. Vikesh. Use BotBaba to make personalized videos using NextWeave and use it to
right there.
push to previous customers who purchased anything using BotBaba. Abandoned carts, long time no see messages, discount coupons. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, he knows what he's talking about. Yeah.
That would be a great use case scenario for sure. June, by any chance, when is it going to be hooked up to the ecosystem with Astronautics? So that way, let's say if I buy it tomorrow, right? Will I be able to get that experience and it'll say, "Hi, Bruce Kraft, thank you for purchasing this bundle," on like a photo to give them an example of how that automation workflow would look like?
Yeah. Okay. So most actually 100% it won't be live by tomorrow, but we are working on it. So we're gonna aim for maybe Friday. What's today? Sunday. So yeah, at the end of or on Friday, that's our ETA to get this live. So when it is live, Bruce, you can try it out. Anyone watching can try it out. But what we'll also do is supplementary videos. One, how we set it up, and maybe a little bit of the why. And then, coming soon, we'll have all the metrics that'll show up and the differences we had with the regular email automations and with this 3 power tools combined.
Power tools. It's reminded
Power
me of
tools.
Tim Allen. You were probably thinking the same thing too.
Yeah.
You said power tools, and I'm like, oh, there you go. Tim the Toolman
It's
Taylor.
for life, from my childhood after school watching Home Improvement.
And it's funny, it's funny that so the new show of what is it like? His new show that he has now, they're wrapping up, and this is the last season. And he actually brought Tim the Toolman Taylor back. So I was like, okay. So
I didn't even know he had a show right now. Tim Allen.
It's like a conservative show on Fox. Last Man Standing. There you go. Last Man Standing.
I'm gonna Google that right now.
And he's been doing it for 7 seasons, and so this is like the last season. And they brought Tim the Toolman Taylor to meet his current characters. That was interesting.
Oh, nice.
No,
nice.
it's just crazy because you said that, and I just watched the episode last week. Oh, yeah, funny. Okay, Kumar says, if I could do all this using GrooveCart, as you mentioned, I'm all in for this amazing deal. Yeah, look for the ability to embed your WhatsApp chatbot inside your GrooveCart pages. That's probably the most easiest integration I could possibly think of. So there you go. Facebook user John Doe says, where is the Next Wave LTD? Take a look at the comments. I've included that down below. Here, we'll put it up on the screen one more time. So go ahead, if you're still following us, take a screenshot with your phone right there. Next question. Let's see. This one says, ConnectZit supports AMember and WhatsApp. Number 1, custom messages when purchased on WhatsApp. Number 2, he's talking about different workflow scenarios here. An about to expire plan message on WhatsApp. Number 3, personalized messages from AMember paid members to WhatsApp. Exactly. And in this case, ConnectZit is kind of like the tool that brings a lot of that together, obviously. So appreciate that. Mr. Pratik and Rakesh, let me bring you on real quick. So this is going to be an interesting question. Let's say people have, let's say they have both WhatsApp, ConnectZit, and BotBaba. Now, I'm not sure of this, so I'm trying to figure it out. Is ConnectZit required to do a lot of those automations, or is that something that can be done without the need for ConnectZit? Let's say if they want to connect, let's say WhatsApp to something native through the BotBaba platform. Like, does BotBaba have its own set of integrations that if I'm a consumer, I would use, or would it be better for me to use ConnectZit? What do you prefer, Mr. Pratik?
Yeah, so we are not like connecting platform. So we do have integrations, but we have limited ones. With ConnectZit, it gives us like extra hands to go out there and connect with like 300 apps now. Mm-hmm. So it will take us a lot more time to be able to reach that. We are integrating Shopify, WooCommerce, and some mainstream e-commerce platforms right now.
Another thing for us, like the example that we brought up with the cart abandonment, and we're sending a personalized next week video with a personalized discount coupon to try to get them back and purchase. Next week and BotBaba, we can do that. But whatever email marketing platform you're using, for example, if we're using MailChimp or Mautic, we would be able to use ConnectZit to tie that all together. And then there's with Connexit in the picture, there's just so much that we can do. So that's why we
So
we
one more thing,
almost begged Rakesh. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Rakesh.
no, to add on to that point, so here you can actually send to a multiple account, which is something to add on. So if you want to send it for multiple accounts, so you can use Connexit to do that, rather than a single account whenever you're communicating.
And I guess that
Like
goes back
kind
to
of
what I was saying. Is
broadcast or
that
anything.
that goes back to what I was saying. Your first step of your workflow can go to multiple destinations in step number 2, right? And that to me just blew me away the first time I started playing with it. And as I'm sitting with my founder, who's been in the tech industry for 40 years, I was like, wow, this is just totally killing the competition in terms of ease of use. It's not complex at all. It's a lot of it is like almost like drag and drop. It's really nothing but dragging to connect endpoints that you guys saw earlier. That just totally won me over. I was like, okay, well, I don't care about the other tools I bought. There we go. There's a couple $1,000. And I was like, oh, okay, well, Rakesh, what can I do to invest? And I'm thinking to myself, what can I do to invest a couple $1,000 into Connexit too? So, yeah. What is it like that little meme from Futurama?
Which one? Take my money?
He's like, take my money. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so we do have a few personalized examples. Andrew, thank you very much for sending that over. So to everyone who's watching, let me give you an example of what that would look like going through the WhatsApp process, but the end result, right? So let me go ahead and share my screen here real quick, and we will bring that up. Okay, there we go. Here is a personalized video, right? It's pretty and interesting. Now, here's probably the best part.
Yes.
These elements, these are interactive. You can't really see it on the screen, but my mouse is hovering over the buy for $9.99 strawberry jam. Oh, there it is. Yeah, very cool. Then we have the buy for $69. And what I mean by that is the people who are watching at home on their phones or on their computer, besides having, personalized photos and now personalized videos, now you have interactive videos where I can say buy all the above for $1.99, and then I click on it. And the next step that I know NextWeave has been working on is, let's say we want to take it to a personalized web-based landing page. That's something that's going to be possible also. So let's say I clicked on that, it'll have $1.99 saying, "Hey Bruce, thank you for clicking on your email discount link," etc., etc. But I just wanted to show you that's an example of a interactive, personalized video experience from NextWeave. Andrew, that was mind-blowing. Thank you very much, by the way, for sending that over. I do have a photo, too, just so people will have an idea of what it would look like. So let me go ahead and share that on the screen as well. Here we go. So when you go through the, let's say, WhatsApp experience or Calendly experience, the endpoint is going to end up creating a GIF or a meme or a photo. They're all going to be kind of the same thing, where it will have, let's say, like your name. Take a look at the bottom right where it says "Made with NextWeave." So let's say you're part of a major company like Microsoft or something. You could actually have two things can occur. One, the agency or the company that's creating the campaign can apply a logo. Also, the logo that can be pulled from the domain, let's say it's like Vikesh at Microsoft.com. You can actually have Microsoft logos or the domain logo that's pulled from the email address actually appear, depending on how you set up your campaign, appear on these photos as well. Inder, did I leave anything out?
So in fact, in this particular image, the product asset has been pulled in, which is the image of the shoes. We have the name of the customer being pulled in which is Vikesh's name. And then we have other product assets that can be pulled in. So the brand name has been pulled in, so you can see Givenchy over there. If that customer has been given a particular discount, he can get a 20% discount on the same image. So all of these parameters are being pulled in into one graphic, and then this can be further embedded into an email or a push notification or a WhatsApp message so that you can send it out to them.
There you go.
Also, we have this workflow enabled on our checkout page as well. So in case you abandon our cart next week, the bundle, this deal page, then we'll get an abandoned cart email with the product image, which is pulled on live.
So for that, go to the page, don't get excited, don't buy the deal, abandon the cart, and then you'll get that message.
How could you not get excited?
I just shared the link of the page, just cart page. If I can just go and
Sure,
just
put that in now.
After entering your details, then you can see the magic.
So next we've abandoned cart demo link and live LTD purchase link. There you go. That's for everybody there. Thank you very much. We'll let you guys play with that. Go ahead, please try to abandon the cart, and then you'll see how that email gets sent to you with personalized elements inside that photo there. Perfect. Okay, moving on down to the next one. We have a lot of questions, guys. Thank you very much for bearing with us. Carlos, if I buy the 10 codes, how much would it be for the ConnectZit year price? Good question. Rakesh, that's for you. Are you there?
Yeah, I think Rakesh lost his connection.
Well, I have his audio up. He just shut off his video. Rakesh, are you there?
I think I'll chime in for now until we get Rakesh back on. And Rakesh, if you're back, just cut me off because you're the man to speak to about this.
Sure.
The 10 codes, how much would it be for ConnectZit for the yearly price? So there's two deals going on with ConnectZit, right? There's I think he's coming back, so cut me off when he's here. Right now, the annual, if you buy it alone, ConnectZit alone, is $24 a year. So if you stack that up to 10, that would be around $240. Now, with the bundle deal where you're buying into also Baba and NextWeave, all three deals are actually discounted. And the exact discount, you can do the calculations, but the price would come out to around $16, $17 per code for ConnectZit alone inside the bundle deal, right? So if you get 10 codes of that, you're paying around $170, $168, something like that. So I believe that's like well, I think we lost them again, but 29%, 30%, around 30%. That's probably the difference.
Yep, totally makes sense. Perfect. Carlos, great question. I appreciate that. And June, thanks for jumping in. Rakesh, can you hear us by any chance? We see you down below. We know your video's off, but can you hear us on audio? No, nothing. All right, Rakesh, do me a favor and restart your browser and then come right back in, please. All right, moving on down to the next one. Jorge, must add the girls from the other day. Would be nice to see how she is using the tools also with TextOut. So we did have on NextWeave, we had one of our brand champions who came on, who's going to be doing weekly use case scenarios. If we do another one, it's probably a good idea to bring her on too, because she would probably have her mind blown. She would probably have her mind blown. She really would. But that's an excellent observation, Jorge, and you're right. We should bring her on. So let's do that next week. And guys, do we want to commit to doing a Thursday? You know, like what we do at the normal NextWeave time slot. Do we want to do a Thursday 8 a.m., 9 a.m.? Another one of these, bringing everyone together. Right now, by the way, we have about 40 people who are on the stream with us. So thank you guys. You know, Reddit users, Facebook users. Thank you all for joining us currently.
Yeah, we'd love to. We love to. I don't want to confirm right now, but I do want to say that we want to be on every single one if we're invited, of course. But we'll give confirmation by tomorrow to Bruce, and maybe Bruce can let everyone know.
Cool. Yeah, at that point, we're just going to schedule the stream again. So
yeah.
Cool.
So June, just to make this a little exciting,
Sure.
Miss Evans came on the show last time around, and she's promised us that she's going to spend 10 minutes showcasing something new every time. I think the
nice.
next one's going to be about marketing automation. So it's going to be an exciting one. And she's also used TechSoft for some of her outreaches. So if Vikesh is around, we can also invite him and it can be a larger crowd next time.
That's exciting. Yes.
Good point. And actually, it'd probably be helpful to have her play with the bundle and see what kind of exciting use case she can come up. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's so many that can happen with Connexit in the picture.
Yep. True. Moving on down to the next one here. So, Siddhartha, Ender, is it possible to please show the demo of landing page personalization? I'm sure everyone will love it.
Let me just share my screen and fire that up.
Sure. Rakesh, there you are. Hey there. There we go. Guys, apologies for those who are tuning in for Connexit. And Rakesh, we're good. Perfect. Thank you. All right, Ender, let's go ahead and share your screen. Thank you very much.
So this is a classic one. So many of the prospects who've come to us, they've said that we want to use this for lead generation. I'm going to quickly showcase the Chrome plugin that we made, which works with Gmail. So say I'm sending him an email out to June, and I want to show him a personalized message in the email that he receives, and then it needs to take him to my landing page and show him a video over there. So the way it'll work is I can just fire up my my plugin. You need to have your campaign already created on the platform. So I have created a campaign where it will have a personalized email taking him to the landing page. So when I hit use, I can put in June's name. I can put in the domain name. I can generate an experience, and then I can insert this experience in the Gmail body itself.
And it just pulls my site, pulls my logo. That's so sick.
So if this is the email, and you'll notice that this image has already been hyperlinked to the NextWeave landing page, and you can do it with any landing page. And when June clicks on it, it'll take him to our landing page. It'll change a slot on the landing page, insert the video. The video will also have a thumbnail showing June's name. And then when June plays it, it's going to have his name, his company logo, a screenshot of his website appearing on the first frame itself. And because the video is interactive, towards the end of the video, there'll also be an option where and he can click over here and it'll take him to the a Calendly link or a HubSpot link. And then you can get meeting bookings done in the same way.
And so I just have a quick question, and I'm sure many people will have as well. Because it's the interactive button. So for example, with this case, we used book a call with us, but you mentioned it can be Calendly or HubSpot, but it can also be any schedule that you're using because it's basically you're just putting in the link. Is that correct?
Correct. So you can place the link wherever you want. You can have as many links as you want, and some of them are also trying to see how they can have different links being placed depending on how they are in the customer journey. So the first link might not go, let's say, to June. It might go to some of his team members. And then after the qualification, the second link can go to June. So you can play around with it the way that you want and try to implement it.
Nice. Oh, Bruce, I think you're on mute.
Real quick, thank you very much. So to answer this person's question one more time, where's the LTD of next week? So number one, scroll up. Number two, take a screenshot. We'll put it up on screen one more time. There you go. That's an example of the landing card abandonment and LTD link. The early access URL, you can see right there. Perfect. Just go ahead and take a screenshot of that. Thank you very much. All right, let's move on down to the next question. Let's see. 10 codes for 1150, right? Because price in the pic said 1050. And how much for the renewal fees for Connexit after 1 year of 10 codes? I think we covered part 2, but June, I'll let you handle
Yeah.
part 1.
Yeah. So earlier in the call, we had to pull up some screenshots as well. So that was incorrect. The 1050 is incorrect. 1150 is correct. The code pricing are multiples of the first code. What I mean by that is one code is priced at $115. So if it was 2 codes, that's $230, and of course, if it's 10 codes, it's 1,150. So 1,150 is the correct price for 10 codes.
Got it. Perfect. And there it is from
Oh,
I think one of your
that's
team
me,
members
actually.
there. Oh, okay, perfect. There you go. One of the Facebook users says a member. I wonder if that was referring to. Oh, that was referring to one of the
comments
above.
earlier.
Yeah, I think it was either a Weber or wishlist member. I think that's what that's referring to.
No, there is another product called a member. So they have. I think it's open source, so you can grab that. I know a lot of people that do use it and they do like it. And you can have your own affiliate system in there and a lot of other
WordPress
things.
plugin. Yeah, WordPress
Yes.
plugin. Yeah, it totally makes sense. Yep. Okay, cool. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate that, June, for that heads up. Kumar, where do I check if I can embed WhatsApp Business in GrooveCart? Then I'll buy the deal. That's something that you're going to have to ask GrooveCart if it's not easily listed in your page builder. That's going to be in your Groove Pages builder section of GrooveCart, because GrooveCart has pages essentially that it creates for checkout pages. Look under the pages section and see if you have the ability to embed the cart. If not, you're going to have to reach out to your support brother. I apologize for that. Next user says, John Doe asks, do NextWeave and Connexit have training available on how to use the products? That is a good question. I'll let you guys both. I'll let you both handle that. There we go. Yes.
Yeah, so I think Rakesh and I had a discussion where Connexit is soon going to have the option of sharing the recipes that they've built on the platform. So once their connection workflows are built, we will probably combine them together and showcase a lot more videos in terms of how Connexit and NextWeave can be used together for a variety of things. Could be e-commerce use cases like cart abandonment, recommendations, could be calendar booking scenarios, could be lead generation scenarios. So if you guys want to see a specific demo, you can come and mention that particular use case in our group. And we've been creating videos on the fly. So let us know what you want to see.
On that note, we do have the Connexit educational videos are hosted on the YouTube page. So join us on there for that as well. You'll see that up on the screen.
I also wanted to chime in. I mentioned earlier, like use case videos, walkthroughs, case study videos, and any blog posts or any other guides that we were going to share in our groups, our NextWeave group, Bababa, and whatnot. But also, we're going to have a section on the actual deal page or a link to another page that has detailed walkthroughs and all the use case videos that are going to come out over the course of the next few weeks, so that there's one page you can go to find out how do I do this with Bababa, how do I connect all three, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I think it would also make sense if we also include URLs, like resource URLs, on the Sastronautics page, right? It'd be like educational videos. Here's the URL. Like knowledge base for NextWeave, knowledge base for BotBaba, knowledge base for Connexit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And anything we don't have, or NextWeave or BotBaba or Sastronautics or Connexit doesn't have, we will be, we'll create them based on a lot of the questions that come in, a lot of comments that come in, a lot of the early feedback. So if you don't know, ask us, and if we don't have it, we'll make it.
There you go. Carlos, on the images it says 1050. Why, when we try to buy it, shows up 1150? I think that was addressed. Carlos, it was a little snafu. Hope that makes sense. Oh, good question. Until when will this deal stay up? Because if some of those people want 1150, right? They want the biggest plan possible. Like, I'm one of those people. I don't want to be encumbered by limits, and I hate monthly fees, right? So I'm one of those people that would just buy like crazy. Mm-hmm. The question then becomes, if I don't have the ability to, let's say, do split payments, right? Because 4 figures in the middle of a pandemic is kind of steep. Mm-hmm. Give me at least time to save up money to buy it. So how long is it going to stay up? So that way someone like myself or Carlos can save up enough money to buy that.
Yeah, with with four heads together, we're four companies together. There's bound to be disagreements or differing opinions. Right now, so far, we've agreed. Everyone has agreed for 2 weeks, but now the total length of the campaign, whether that's 4 weeks or 6 weeks or however many weeks it is, we're still trying to find the point where all of us can agree. But so that being said, at least 2 weeks it's up, and the complete length of the campaign will be updated on the page, and also on the page itself. When it comes down to 2 weeks, we'll have a timer set up, or 1 week, sorry, 1 or 2 weeks. We'll have a timer set up, so there'll be a countdown, so you'll know exactly how much time you have left. And then also in our group, in the Sessionautics group, or most likely all the other groups as well, they will let everyone know the countdown. You have X many days or hours left.
Sure. Yep. Totally makes sense. Okay. Moving on down to the next one. Let's see. I'm trying to find the next one. Perfect. Jorge. Confirm that the annual price for Connexit with this deal will be $170 per year grandfathered. That's assuming that you buy the 10 stack, Jorge. So if you do buy the 10 stack, thank you very much. And yes, it will be confirmed around 168, 170 per year, and you will be grandfathered in for that. Absolutely. Ask Josh, he's back. There we are.
For the bundle deal, of course, the grouped deal. If you buy it separately, you're still grandfathered in, but separately it would be 240, I believe. Am I correct, Rakesh?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Perfect. There we go. Next one from Vikesh. These tools like Hyperleads and Albatross, it shows which company visited your website. Next week can build a feature where if the same person or anyone from that company visits the website again, you showed the personalized website to give you an IP address as well, and it can be saved in local storage or cache. Bit technical, but this can be a great use case. Correct. In the case of in case of Albatross, right, you had a plugin, like a WordPress plugin, or a JavaScript embed that you had installed on the computer. So you would have to have access to the website in some way in order to make something like that happen. But if you are a webmaster to some websites, that could be a possible use case in the future. You just have to have admin web access to manipulate the website in some way, shape, or form.
We're also friends with the founder of Happier Leads, and so I really like the platform and where they're going with it. Again, it's still a startup and it's relatively new, but they know what they're doing and they have a clear vision, especially based on because they have a lot of early adopter feedback as well. So they've shared some of their plans with me. I don't know if I'm allowed to share anything, so I'll just keep it at that. But hopefully, I'll reach out to them and we'll see.
Give us something juicy. Make it worth our while.
Juicy.
Come on, Jim. You could do it. Hook it up.
We'll see.
Just on that, just an update on that. We are actually working on upgrading the WordPress plugin that we've got. So the upgraded WordPress plugin will support personalized text, images, GIFs, videos. And there's a small experiment that Ashutosh is also trying out to see how we can have these elements of reverse IP extras are being used so that we can have these kind of features being opened up. But I think I've already had a word with George once. I'm going to circle back with him once again to see and check how many people actually want this kind of an integration.
Speaking of integrations, speaking of also leads, speaking of also brand ambassadors, take a look at the champion who joined us, Miss Evans. Hey there, bring Happier Leads on. That would be a great collaboration. Thank you for joining us. We're going to have you come on probably next week. But good idea, right? Happier Leads makes sense.
I'll reach out to the founder and see if he can join Bruce the call next week or any week after that.
Happier Leads. Is this what I think it is?
It's good. I think we might put it on our site. We'll see.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not the Sessionautics site, my agency site. Sorry about that.
No, yeah, I totally hear you. It makes sense. Okay, question or comment. I am loving NextWeave thanks to Inder at the team. You're loving it now as middleware. Just wait a little bit. Like you have no idea what's coming and what's in store. Just hold on, because in the next 3 months are going to be a little crazy. Just FYI.
And there are milestones within these 3 months. So just wait for a couple of weeks. You'll see so many examples over there.
Oh, exciting.
The platform is gonna explode with excitement, and hopefully by attrition, so will the rest of the community as well. Okay, cool. So I'm still surprised that after an hour and a half, we still have 30 people with us. So on that note, guys, it's been 90 minutes. I think we're going to call it a day. I think that answers everyone's questions. So to all the Reddit users, for the first time that we're doing this, and the first time that you're probably seeing this too, where it's not just SaaS software companies, but it's also a gaggle of companies, right? 4 companies coming together for a 3-product bundle combo. You'll see the URL there on the ticker tape running at the bottom, as well as on the description. Thank you very much for joining us. To everyone on Facebook, to all the groups, the YouTube channels, the Facebook pages, Inder, Pratik, Ashtosh, Mr. Rakesh, June, thank you guys all for coming together. Let's see if we can do this probably next Thursday at 8 a.m. Give enough days to let people know in advance. Let's talk and have some more use cases. Ms. Evans, hopefully you come on and join us too. Vikesh, I think it'd be a good idea if you come and join us also.
Yeah.
I'll be happy to show Texo next week for LinkedIn and cold emails. Absolutely. Matter of fact, you should come on next week's live stream. I was going to say next week's live stream. Next week's live stream next week. There you go. So come on next week's live stream next week. And yeah, please, let's go ahead and show how, for those of you who bought Texo can come on. And, it just makes sense. For those people who invested in Texo, Vikesh, you should come on and show them how they can use that with next week. Totally. George Marcel, thank you very much. He's right. Everyone have a nice weekend. On that note, guys, keep social distancing in mind. Wash your hands. Everyone stay safe. And we'll see you all sometime next week. Have a good one, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Bye-bye.
Take care. Later.